Welcome to Fridays for Fundraising. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to learn one step you can take before you leave the office today that can move your fundraising forward for your small nonprofit. Hi, I'm Kelly, founder of From Scratch Fundraising, where we help nonprofit leaders raise more dough without burning anything. Every Friday, I'm here to serve up one bite-sized fundraising assignment that you can tackle in about an hour. Think of it as your weekly recipe for sustainable fundraising success. No overwhelm, just actionable steps that actually move the needle. This month, we're focused on gratitude campaigns. This week, let's talk about managing the phone call component of your campaign. My favorite channel for gratitude campaigns is phone calls. You've heard me say that for 3 weeks now. There's nothing that connects to your donors more uniquely and personally than a phone call. But call campaigns aren't just great for donors. I love asking board members and volunteers to pitch in. Having a phone-a-thon can be a great bonding experience for board members or volunteers. And it stewards your donors, a real win-win. I'll tell you a true story. I had a board member who absolutely refused to get involved in any fundraising activities. I asked him to please come in and make some thank you calls to our donors. I reminded him that resource development is absolutely a fundamental responsibility of the board, and that if he couldn't make those calls, then he wasn't doing his job. He begrudgingly came in. I set him up in a spare office with a phone, a script, and a list of donors to call. After an hour, he came into my office and said in amazement, "Kelly, do you know how much our donors love us? Everyone had such wonderful things to say about what we're doing. Can I call anyone else?" Did I know how much our donors loved us? I did. Yes, of course. I put a ton of time and effort into making sure they did. That was my job. But the point of my story isn't how the gratitude campaign hit the donors. It cultivated my board member. He went from refusing to be involved in fundraising to wanting to be on the front lines of working with our donors. So when I say I love phone call gratitude campaigns, it's not just because it's good for the donors. It can activate your board or your volunteers as well. During our September 5th episode, I told you how to plan your gratitude campaign. Last week's episode, we talked about writing call scripts. This week, let's break down your phone-a-thon into simple steps. I like to get all of my board members or volunteers together as a group for a couple of hours of phone calls. As a rule of thumb, a list of about 40 calls can take about 2 hours to work through. So plan for about a 3-hour time period. Step 1, put together a doodle or Calendly poll to figure out a time when everyone can do that between now and November 1st. Step 2, you'll pull a list of donors. I recommend pulling the list for anyone who gave to your organization in the last 2 years. These are the individuals most likely to renew their gift to you or give another at year end. But remember, the phone call is just to say thank you. However, it is priming for your year-end campaign, leaving a nice flavor in their mouth when you come back for a donation, if you will. For information on that list, pull the donor's name, the date of their last gift, not the amount if you're sharing it with board members and volunteers, and their phone number. Also, you may want to include their location, like the city and state, if you have a donor base that spans time zones, so you don't call someone at 9 a.m. Eastern time when it's 6 a.m. where they are in California. Leave a place for anyone helping you with these calls to leave a note. They can put in the date and time they left a voicemail so you can record that in your CRM, or they can log notes about what was discussed if they call the donor and talk to them live. Step 3, divide the list between the callers you will have on hand. Is somebody really good at advocating for your mission? Give them the major donors, the bigger donors on your list. Someone really patient? Give them older donors who might want to chat for longer. Match donors to the right personalities of the callers. You know best how to match your donors and your calling volunteers. Step 4, print individual lists. Remember, leave a place for note-taking, so make sure that area is big enough for the handwriting. Step 5, gather your group for a call-a-thon. Train everyone together for the first 15 minutes. Let people call for 2 hours, then finish the evening with a special treat for everyone, a dessert or a happy hour or a potluck dinner, whatever fits your vibe. Just remind everyone that in any gratitude interaction, our goal is to make the donor feel they made a difference by supporting our mission, and invite them to talk back to us to tell us why they supported our cause in the first place. Okay, now, usually I say each week's assignment is a single hour. I think you can do a lot of this planning and prep in under an hour, but I'll admit I'm already telling you this is going to take more than an hour. But trust me, it will be worth it. One organization where I worked, we ran approximately the same year-end campaign in year 1 and year 2. But before year 2's campaign launched, I ran this call campaign strategy. We doubled our revenue from year 1 to year 2, from $15,000 to $30,000 from the exact same pool of donors. Next week, we'll talk about running the email portion of your campaign. So if you haven't already, start working on writing that copy. We talked about that in last week's episode as well. Want the templates and tools to make this even easier? I've got a phone call script template, and I also have a layout for your phone call sheets all ready for you in the Gratitude Campaign Starter Kit. Head over to fromscratchfundraising.com/gratitude to grab this month's free resource. I've already done the heavy lifting. You just need to customize it for your organization. If you are loving these weekly assignments and want the complete recipe for fundraising success, consider joining our Sustain and Thrive program. It's a 12-month program that takes you from setting up your fundraising foundation all the way through donor stewardship, board engagement, and expansion strategies, like major gifts, peer-to-peer fundraising, monthly giving, and more. We break down the monumental task of building a fundraising program into manageable, bite-sized assignments, just like this podcast, but with coaching support, a community of peers, and unlimited access to all our templates and trainings. The best part? Pricing starts at just $25 a month for organizations with budgets under $100,000. It's just $75 per month for organizations under $500,000. Because getting fundraising support shouldn't leave you feeling like a burnt crust. Join us in Sustain and Thrive, where we're putting the fun back into fundraising. Go to fromscratchfundraising.com/apply to join today. Quick reminder, this week, your job is to prep your call campaign. That's it. That's your assignment. If you've been following along, you should be all ready to deploy your plan next week. Remember, fundraising success isn't guesswork. It's following the recipe. I'll meet you here next week, and you'll learn another step.
Now go make the world a better place.